But before our time in this hour is through.
I love the questions.
Absolutely. And before the time is through here, folks, we have one more weekend, not weekend, I keep saying weekend special. This is the monthly special next month.
A sneak peek.
So it's a sneak peek at our birthday special that's coming up in July. You have a chance to order it now. This is the Ultimate Eye Support. Another example of one of your absolute top-selling, top reorder products. Huge customer pick on hsn.com. People adore your Ultimate Eye Support.
And we are now really right smack in the middle of the most, how would you say, sort of dangerous time for our eyes in terms of sun exposure. And the sun is the most life-giving force in the universe, but it's what giveth, taketh away. It's also the most damaging force in the universe. And ultraviolet radiation, damaging to the tissues of our eyes, also damaging to the tissues of our skin. So I guess we're, what are we, just about a week away from the longest day of the year where the sun's rays are most directly overhead. Yep. The day's the longest, what is it, June 21st? So again, this is the time of year where it really begs us to pay attention to the health of our eyes. And lutein and zeaxanthin, omega-3s we just talked about a moment ago, DHA. DHA is the principal fat in our eyes. It's the principal fat in our brain. As the principal fat in our eyes, it's the critical structure of our retina, the critical structure of the macula of our retina. And lutein and zeaxanthin are the macular pigments, the optical pigments that are responsible, part of the process of healthy vision. Also, lutein and zeaxanthin absorb UV radiation, absorb high energy radiation like blue light. So lutein and zeaxanthin are protective for our eyes, protective for our brain. Not only is the research on lutein and zeaxanthin in terms of long-term health of our eyes, protecting our eyes, but there's that same body of research that talks about those of us with higher levels of lutein and zeaxanthin in our brains. We possess, just as we talk about our eyes in terms of long-term eye function and eye health, long-term brain function and retention of faculties as we age. So it's, again, the more the research, the more we dig into the research, the more we don't worry about side effects with my products. These are not drugs. The more we enjoy other benefits. And lutein and zeaxanthin, the highest concentration of lutein and zeaxanthin by far are in the macula of the region of the retina. The retina and the macular region of the retina, the highest concentration by far of lutein and zeaxanthin. Second highest concentration is in our brain. And in our brain, that's where we've observing all those benefits to our brain, which are relatively recent in terms of the research. The third highest concentration we talked about briefly before is in our skin.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
But it would be common sense. If you think about our bodies, we normally used to run around not wearing a heck of a lot. So we were out in sunlight. Lutein and zeaxanthin are exceptionally good at absorbing and protecting our bodies from UV radiation. Wouldn't it make sense that to a certain degree our body would concentrate lutein and zeaxanthin in our skin? So just as our skin responds to sunlight, our melanocytes secrete melanin, which is the pigment, we get tan. So also our body naturally concentrates lutein and zeaxanthin, these protective pigments in our skin as well.
Isn't that something? Let me show you what the choices are. I'm reminding you that this is a sneak peek of the monthly special for July. You are welcome to treat yourself now if you'd like to. Get the size you'd like to stock up on, a 30, a 60, a 180, or a 360. Here is the regular HSN pricing, and here is the monthly special pricing for our birthday month in July. So needless to say, big savings here, 50, 25, 10, or $6 off. Normally, you can see for $109, you're getting 360 capsules. That is exciting for any of us who love and take this product. It is an example of a notice the difference product, a see the difference product. If you have a minute to read the reviews, there's rave reviews. The average is, I think, 4.6 out of perfect 5. Out of 1,700 reviews, over 1,400 are perfect 5-star. People notice that they've noticed a difference when it comes to night vision. People notice a difference with the way their eyes feel. I mean, it's remarkable. People, when they go to their eye doctors notice a difference in the health of their eyes. It's really exciting when you start seeing that this product truly is working for men and women all over the country.
And it's been kind of a fun or fascinating